this live video a long time ago, but then it had like 10% and it wasn't going to advancing to the next part, right? So I went and found a cord and I plugged it in and then I let it, and then I came back and realized that the plug wasn't working so I flipped the cord over to Apple things. And then it worked. Look at, and it's been a long time. I've been sitting here in front of the wood stove. Well, putting my back to the wood stove is actually what I'm doing because my back is so bad. I think I'm getting, like you get a Charlie horse? I think that my whole back cramps. I think that's what this is because, you can hardly breathe. It's so bad. I went to the chiropractor when this happened. I wonder if it's stress related, How do you unstress, right? Things get to you. Anyway, so we're home now. Look, Willem's home.
The thing works now. None of those functions work.
None of them work?
No, that's strange.
Oh.
You might need a new cord.
Oh yeah, you know what happened? This chair had a cord under it, and maybe Abraham took it. Maybe he had a computer happening and he didn't have a cord, and maybe he could see that it was the same thing, and maybe he borrowed it. Maybe he's got it. But anyway, so I found this cord because there was no cord. I found it in the sunroom, which meant it could have come from anything. Welcome back on. So sorry about your back. Stress or just overworked? Well, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know what it is. I don't really know how bad it is. I broke my arm once. I was doing yoga and I was bending backwards. I was in some pose, but it was early in the morning. Oh, could you rub my back? Would you do that?
Okay.
Thank you. Should I sit higher?
It would be good if I sit somewhere to do it.
All right, but now we're plugged in over here, so.
I know. Well, no, I guess it's difficult. Okay.
How are we going to do this?
How about your walker here? You can sit in your walker?
Well, all right, I'll have to put them over here, and I'll sit in my walker. Okay, guys, I'm sorry you're not going to get to see the, wait a minute, I'm going to go put you over there, and I'll put you over here. Gosh.
Okay, so here we are. This goes.
Okay, so I'll sit in my walker.
The way this is up.
So I see this is our replacement light for the car?
Yeah.
That's a very strange shape, isn't it?
It's the same.
I know, I knew it would be, but, okay, where you're sitting?
Yeah, this is where I was sitting.
And I'm
And the container for the windshield washer fluid.
Oh, why is such a dirty thing on the bed? But anyway, never
It
mind.
needs to be in the house because it needs to warm up. If you work with it, if anybody works with it while it's still cold, you could crack the plastic, right?
So that's okay then. Then it can be on the pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll put it on the floor or in front of the chair, doesn't matter.
Now I'm too high, aren't I? Now you have to reach forward. Do you want me to back up? Raise your legs. I can back up more if you
No,
move
okay, I'll have to put my legs on the side. Just a minute here.
your glasses are on the floor. I'm gonna, oh, look at now, we're very close. Oh, that's so nice. Let me please. Oh, so good, thank you.
Welcome.
I don't know why it's doing this. But this has been happening for, like 6 months or something. It seems to be getting worse. It's usually just right across, just under my armpits, straight across. But now it's, the whole thing has been happening. Too bad we don't have any mustard. I guess I could make some. I have a mustard seed.
Yeah, you grow it after for 6 months.
No.
Go into a plant.
No,
Flowers.
you grind it up, right? And then you add water, and then you have mustard.
Okay, you take one mustard seed, you said? You have a mustard seed?
I have a bag of mustard seeds. I
Oh.
have mustard seeds.
Okay.
We are really on the same wavelength. Hey, you got this music book out.
What music book?
This one.
I don't know where it came from.
Really?
And I'm not sure how it got there. It was on the bed and I
I
put it out
was
of the way.
learning how to play the piano a while ago. Remember that? It was a long time ago. I think Daniel was 2 or 3. I think it was when we first moved here. I watched a video of my mom playing the piano. It was so neat. Not just because it was my mom playing the piano, but because I have been down there in that nightmare of a house. And without my mom, and without, and the whole thing, it's not clean, and there's ivy growing in the window, and the windows are filthy, and it's just the whole thing. And to look at that video and see my mom just playing the piano, and the more she practiced, the faster she got, and everything was on the wall, and everything, that cabinet was right there by the door where it goes. Everything was right where it goes, and life was just normal. She had Alzheimer's, but, it was so different. You might as well sell the house now. I think I can let go of the house and the river. Hey, there's a cord on the floor right here. Wonder if this is the right cord. Oh, but why is the TV unplugged? How'd that happen? Maybe I did that when I moved it. Thank you for rubbing my back.
Well, I was watching the TV today, so I'm not sure how it will unplug.
Where does it plug in? Underneath? No, right? Where does it plug in? Do you know?
Let's look at it. I think it's on the right hand, on the other side, on the right corner. Right, I've seen from the front. Yeah, don't wreck it now.
Oh, it is plugged in. All right. So then this must be the one that they broke.
Could be, yeah, absolutely.
Did you realize I made that, Willem?
It's amazing.
I've got, the things the treasures that my mom had in her cupboards, and she never put them out. It's really sad. I'm now getting all this stuff that I guess it made her happy to keep it in the cupboards, right?
She's happy to receive it from you.
What?
That drug or whatever you made.
What rug?
Okay, never mind.
The Tower of Babel. We have to pray to have our language not be confused anymore.
Confounded.
Oh, Willem, it's fun to be married to you. You're cool.
Very much.
Oh, it's nice to have a wood stove. I love that we live here. It's so pretty.
It is.
I went crunching around on the porch and fed the deer and called to them. And I did a video of it, and then I sat and I watched my video. It was so interesting. I never see myself, right? It was very interesting. And I liked being with me. I liked seeing everything again. Hey, that painting there, I think that came from the dump. So that can go. That's not my grandfather's. So I can put something else there.
There you go.
I have my grandmother's mirror. It goes with the dresser, but I didn't bring the dresser. But the mirror is really beautiful. It's it was up at the top of the stairs. It's got this frame that's like this deep. It's got these. It comes out like that, and then this beautiful mirror. It's a very big mirror. So we need a piece of wall space. Maybe we should build a wall somewhere. We could build it right in the middle there. Just
We'll build it right in front of the window and just board it up.
Hey, I could hang them in the trees outside of the windows.
You could.
There's an idea. I would have to laminate them. I would have to weatherproof them, I need my back to stop doing this. But at least now I think I know what's going on. I think it's muscle spasms.
Yeah, you might want to go to see your family doctor and see if anything causes it that you're not aware of.
Right. Well, it probably wouldn't find much out from the family doctor. I would probably find more out reading in one of these books, you know, like this nutrition that, you know, it's got, in fact, I could go get it. Where's that book? I bet it'll say. My mother gave me this book. Love my mom. She was so good to me. Can't believe it. And I can't believe that my house is better than her house. There's nothing ever better than her house. So where's that book gone? Here it is. Look at this wonderful basket I made.
Yeah, it is very nice.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful basket. If I tried to sell things, this basket would sell. All the baskets that I would never want to part with would sell. Isn't that beautiful?
Mm.
Anyway, just thought I'd say that.
Nutritional healing, quite a big group there.
It is. We really don't have any room in this house for much of anything. But that's okay because then it's cozy. Okay, so, and what is the name of this situation? Muscle spasms, right?
Muscle spasms or back spasms?
Or what should I look up? Back. Now I'm going to look up muscle. Muscle cramps.
My mom and my dad both had back spasms for certain periods of their life.
Okay.
When I was growing up. I don't think my mom has them
Okay,
anymore.
this is muscle cramps.
It's probably the same thing.
Muscle injury. Okay, so ordinarily a muscle contracts when it is used, then stretches out when the motion is completed or another muscle moves it in the opposite direction. If a muscle contracts with great intensity without stretching out again, you feel the pain of a muscle cramp. That's interesting. If a muscle contracts with great intensity without stretching out again, you feel the pain. Oh, yes. Many people experience muscle cramps during the night. This type of cramp generally affects the legs, especially the calf muscles and the feet. They occur more frequently in older adults than in younger people. Well, are we older? I think we are now. Children sometimes experience a type of crampy muscle and leg pain called growing pains. Muscle cramping is often caused by an imbalance in the body's level of electrolytes, minerals such as potassium, calcium, and magnesium, and or a deficiency of vitamin E. Vitamin E, what do you get vitamin E in?
Well, sure. I'm not sure what it is in.
Hey Google, what is vitamin E in?
You have to
On
see.
the website webmd.com, they say, it is also occurs naturally in a few foods, including some fish liver oils, and egg yolks, and in fortified dairy and grain products.
Oh,
Vitamin E is essential for strong bones because it helps the body use calcium from the diet. To find out more, look for the link in your Google Home or Google Assistant app.
okay Google, turn up the volume. Well, that's very interesting, isn't it? So, okay, so salmon, right? I love eating that canned salmon,
Mm-hmm.
which is very fish oily.
Yep. That's right.
Fish oily. Okay, and that's probably why I buy it, because I crave it. I must be deficient in vitamin E, because I don't think I eat anything else it's in. What else did she say it was in?
Fish and fish oil, and there was one thing else. One thing that was something else near the end, and I didn't quite catch it.
Okay, Google, what foods contain vitamin E? Okay, Google,
Food sources,
turn it up.
vegetable oils, nuts, seeds, green leafy vegetables, and finally, fortified breakfast cereals, fruit juices, margarine, and spreads.
Oh, well, we eat a lot of stuff, the leafy vegetables.
Yeah, green leafy vegetables, yeah.
Okay, Google, turn up the volume. What foods
At the
could...
highest volume,
That's the highest volume? Can you hear? Is it loud to you?
It doesn't sound loud to me.
Well, all right, my bad. My bad. What a strange thing to say. I love looking at the fire, you know, it's a pretty fire.
You need to get some more wood.
Okay, I brought the wood in.
Easy.
Okay, and or deficiency of vitamin E. Well, from all the things they were saying, you know, if it's potassium, that's bananas. Calcium is broccoli. Magnesium, where's magnesium? Is that also in broccoli?
Not sure.
And
But it is talking about the balance. So it's not that you have
Oh.
sufficient of energy of every three,
oh,
although you have to have a two, but it's not that the proportions of one versus the other have to be within certain limits, I think, when I talk about the balance.
interesting. All right. Okay, so muscle cramping is often caused by an imbalance in the body's level of electrolytes. Oh, which are maybe minerals such, because they've got a dash, right? Minerals such as potassium, calcium, magnesium dash, and or deficiency of vitamin E. So electrolytes and vitamin E. So the electrolytes is when you drink a lot of water, it's actually not. It's actually diluting your electrolytes
Yeah,
further.
it's flushing out your electrolytes, yes.
So you have to add a little salt in it. Is that right? No. But
Uh,
that's
well,
not going
salt
to give you
may be-
potassium, calcium, and
See,
magnesium.
salt is, pure salt is only sodium chloride, so you have a mixture of all sorts of salts.
If you have salt and sugar, isn't that what it is? They put a bit of salt and a bit of sugar. Does that set up an electrical charge? Is that why it's called an electrolyte?
It restores the electrolytes, but it does nothing for the balance of your electrolytes. Like,
I don't want to drink Gatorade. That's weird.
yeah,
It's like drinking sweat.
it's not. Yeah, it's the electrolytes is there for hydration. If you lose too much water, and you have those, then you put these electrolytes in, and then when you drink more water, it doesn't flush out, I think, or it stops the diarrhea or something like that.
All right, let's go back to this. Got on 2 layers of pants, so I have to make sure that I'm not burning through. Okay,
My sleep appointment is the 22nd of January.
okay. Did you write it on our little calendar on the fridge?
I think I did, and I also put it in my.
It was really neat. I had written on there and put 3 appointments, and the next thing I know, you'd added yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. This is our
Yeah.
new calendar.
Yeah.
I could have done that so long ago. I have been so lost with calendars because
Actually, I have a 2020 calendar,
oh.
so you can just hang it
Can
up.
you be in charge of that? Can you get it somewhere and put it somewhere so that we can use it?
Sure.
Okay, good, thanks. That's my problem. I never get it done. Okay, so here we go again. Another common cause is unaccustomed physical overexertion, sitting, standing, or lying for a long time in one position. Wow, maybe that's why my back hurts if I stay in bed too long. Anemia, the use of tobacco, inactivity, fibromyalgia, hormone imbalances. Well, that's probably, if it's a hormone imbalance, I mean, once you get old, you don't have your hormones anymore. Allergies, arthritis, and even arteriosclerosis can also result in cramping, as can dehydration, heat stroke, hypothyroidism or varicose veins, or more rarely, the early stages of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease. Well, did they miss anything? The use of
Toenail fingers, they miss toenail fingers.
and heart attack. The use of diuretic drugs for high blood pressure or heart disorders may lead to electrolyte imbalances causing muscle cramps. Poor circulation also contributes to leg cramps. Unless otherwise specified, the dosages recommended here are for adults. For a child between the ages of 12 and 17, reduce the dose to 3/4 of the recommended amount. For a child between 6 and 12, use 1/2 of the recommended dose. For a child under 6, 1/4. Alright, so here's all these nutrients listed. Or actually, they're supplements. So there's supplements and their dosages and comments. Okay, we're not going to do those because we're going to. Then there's herbs. Okay, alfalfa, bayberry, blessed thistle, cayenne. Cayenne. Oh, I don't use cayenne. I use other things. Okay, dong quai, echinacea. Okay, we do have that. Elderflower, elderberry extract, garlic. We have garlic. Ginkgo biloba, horsetail. Horsetail? Do you eat it? We have garlic and horsetail. And saffron is a good. Oh, are good for circulation. Horsetail, meadowsweet, valerian, and skullcap help to relieve muscle cramps. So horsetail. So maybe I should be making horsetail tea.
I guess so.
Okay.
That's the stuff that goes into these sections like that.
Yeah.
Assembly line.
Yeah, you pull them apart and then you stick them back together and pretend they're still one.
Oh God. Only you could come up with that.
It's a child thing. Massage the muscles and use heat to relieve pain. Oh wait. Okay. Taking I skipped and I got to back up here. Okay, rubbing lobelia extract on the affected area helps to relieve muscle spasms. Lobelia extract. Taking valerian root at bedtime helps to relax the muscles. Recommendations. Eat alfalfa, brewer's yeast, and plenty of dark green and leafy vegetables, cornmeal, and kelp. So then I should be having chips. I should have Doritos corn chips. Or maybe I should have tortillas. Drink a large glass of quality water, preferably steam distilled, to flush out toxins stored in the muscles. Do this every 3 hours throughout the day. You know, I've been drinking bottled water. And it wasn't even spring water, it was purified drinking water.
It's just tap water, basically.
Yeah. Somebody's making a fortune, probably Nestle. Anyway, so that stuff, that's all full of toxins. So maybe I should just drink my nice, perfect well water, and maybe that'll help. But I have these pain all the time, don't I? Okay, massage the muscles and use heat to relieve pain. If you're on a diuretic medication for high blood pressure or a heart disorder, be sure to take supplemental potassium daily. No, do not take supplemental potassium if you're taking a potassium-sparing diuretic. Discuss this with your doctor. My mom was on high blood pressure medication, and she also took potassium. Okay, rub pure, unprocessed olive or flaxseed oil into your muscles before and after strenuous exercise. Add 25 drops of oil to a hot bath and soak. Canola oil is also good for this purpose. Boy, then you have to wash out your bathtub. That's why we have an outdoor bathtub.
No, you
I
know.
could fill it with hot water. By the time I drained it to fill it the second time, it would be frozen. All right. Take a hot bath using mineral salts before bedtime to increase blood flow to the muscles. If you have cramps during the day while you are active, consult your health care provider. This can be a sign of impaired circulation or arteriosclerosis. See circular problems in part 2. If cramping occurs after walking and is relieved when you stop, suspect impaired circulation. Considerations. Creatine, a popular supplement with athletes and bodybuilders, may increase the likelihood of muscle cramps. Hydrotherapy, the therapeutic use of water, steam, and ice, or massage therapy, manipulation of muscles and other soft tissues, may be useful in controlling muscle cramps. How long is my prescription for massage good for? Do I have to get do you have to get a new one every time you want to go get a massage?
I'm not sure. I might be able to look it up.
All right.
Oh, no, I have to get my computer going. And,
Oh, don't worry right now. I'll try and remember it.
and back up the files.
How will I ever remember that?
Restore the backup.
I brought you another bill for chiropractor.
Okay, yeah, I saw one of
But
mine.
you know, at the end of the year, it's really kind of neat to just have a printout of all the
Yeah,
bills for the
that's
year.
it, yeah,
Then you don't have to wonder if you found them all.
right.
Oh, there were so many papers in my mother's house. Boxes and boxes and boxes. And any time I didn't look through something, you know, like there would be all those folders that have a, tie around them or a elastic, that goes
Mhm.
around them. And, there might be newspaper clippings and there'd be a little picture of my grandmother in there.
Mm-hmm.
Or,
And the rest is.
and then you have to open every piece of paper because those papers were important. Like maybe it was my transcript from school.
Right.
You never know. So you had to open every piece of paper. I filled those bins, which are about this big. What? There's a cubic, probably 2 cubic meters, right? Or not quite.
A cubic meter is about this.
Oh, that's
this by this by this. So a cubic meter
Do
is
you
about.
remember the bins? How big are they? The ones in Georgia that we filled up. I filled 2 of them.
Or the
With
the
papers,
big ones
which
that
I
are
went
for
to
the
one
garbage
of-
takeout, you
Yeah.
mean? That might be close to a cubic meter, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Maybe not quite, I think it's a little less.
I
but-
asked Richard across the road if I could borrow his, and he brought it over. He was so nice, such a nice neighbor. All of the neighbors there were so nice, I went to visit Walter one morning at 6:30 because he gets up at 3 in the morning,
Oh, really?
and then he's only up for whatever hours it is. He goes over to the university at 3 or something like that. So he was still up at 6:30, which is great because we got to have a nice visit. Because he's so smart. He's so smart. We were talking about, he's been, these tick problems. And I told him about Charles's arm being red.
Mhm.
And he knew exactly what that was a symptom of.
Mm.
He knew which tick. And it wasn't the ticks that can carry Lyme disease. It's a different tick.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember the name. I think it's from the Rocky Mountain spotted fever family or whatever that is. Is it
Genus or whatever.
genus?
Yeah, genus.
Kingdom, phylum,
Yeah. Oh,
class, order, family, genus, species. Is that right?
I have no idea.
What do you mean?
I'm not good. I never was good at biology.
Really? I would love to have a botany degree. I'd love to go back to school. Do you think I could do that when I turn 65? Is it free?
Not that I know of, but you can try.
I think it is. Okay. I think I would like to. Wouldn't it be fun to major in zoology and minor in botany? Wouldn't that be fun?
You almost done your psychology, right? You're almost ready.
I know. I have two. I'll do them sometime.
Yeah.
I'm
You
a
could be-
multi-potentialite. I do 90% of something and then I'm done and I've done enough and then I move on. Now I'm gonna get most of a botany degree. How many courses does it take to get a minor?
I have no idea.
Because I could have a major in psych and minor in botany. That would cover my 2 other courses I'd need.
In Holland, I majored in theoretical organic chemistry, and I minored in systematic philosophy. There you go.
Philosophy?
Yeah.
Really?
Did
Did you like it?
Part of it I like. I liked, like there's a
It's
few
so up in the air. It's so
the
weird.
three subjects on philosophy that I chose is,
It only
some-
took
something-
three
some-
to get a to minor? You only had to take 3 classes of something
three
to minor
courses,
in?
yeah, 3 courses.
Wow.
But those were graduate
Oh,
things,
oh.
so you had,
Right.
it's not like you
So
had,
those are big courses.
well, I suppose. Well, not that bad though. Anyway, so I got, and of course,
I remember when Cynthia talks about her students, she would say her little graduate students.
yeah. So it was logic, okay, the major topic was, philosophy of science or something like that, or something to that extent. And there was logic, and then there was,
Philosophy of science, what was that?
I don't you remember?
Hey Google, what's the philosophy of science?
Basically how science works, like what, you know.
According to Wikipedia, philosophy of science is a subfield of philosophy concerned with the foundations, methods, and implications of science. The central questions of this study concern what qualifies as science, the reliability of scientific theories, and the ultimate purpose of science.
Anyway, and there was another one, political philosophy. I thought it would be interesting, but it wasn't really as good as I thought it was. It was kind of pretty strange. Anyway,
Who knew? I never thought about minoring in anything. That's just a brand new idea, Willem. Wouldn't that be cool if I did it? Wow, that would be so fun.
and
I could do that. Botany?
yeah,
I would love it, Willem. You know, I've learned the names of all the plants. I've learned the medicinal properties of many, you know? I know all the trees. I know the bugs that are in them.
Mm-hmm.
Not that that would be covered,
Yeah,
that's
I know one bug.
entomology.
That's
Which,
the giant water bug.
Oh, yeah. That's right, and the,
Anyway, so that's,
Dutch-elm
I
disease.
saw a video of somebody who deliberately got himself bitten by a giant water bug.
Why?
And it was really, well, yeah, he did several books and he graduated from one book to another. And near the top of the list was, near the top of the.
You're
the end of the
amazing.
list.
You find something that could possibly be in the most horrible future scenario, and then you research it. Me, I just think, not gonna happen. We're good. Carry on.
Well, I wasn't.
It's okay. You don't have to defend yourself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The only thing I will do is take certain precautions when next year when I go swim. Just remove the weeds.
Yeah, we didn't do anything in there this year,
Yeah.
did we? How did that happen? Why
We
did
were
we
too
not?
We were too busy with gardening.
Oh, that's right. I was building all those garden beds,
Yeah.
and you were busy. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, but we should swim when we're in the garden, right?
Okay, so.
I swam.
Yeah.
I swam twice, I think. In the moat. I'm sorry, I didn't do the.
And the moat I swam in the moat a couple of times, never in the other pond,
Yeah.
big pond.
We keep building ponds and moving on.
Yeah.
I need a knife.
So yeah, just make sure that there's no weeds floating around on the surface, and that you have a clear sight of where you're stepping when you get in. That's all you need to do.
Oh, I see. Oh, just an area, a little area.
Yeah, it's not.
So it's just
It's-
like
it's-
worrying about
Because
leeches or
the
something.
only way they can harm you is when you bump into them, when you step on them, and when you bump into them, but when you get too close to them.
Oh.
But they're not aggressive. They're not after you.
Oh, good.
But if you
But if they're in the weeds
if
and you
you
happen
bother
to
them,
swim
yeah,
through it,
so-
you're in trouble.
so they could be in the weeds.
How'd that guy get it to bite him? Like he had one and he put it
Or
on
he
himself?
puts them in bare trees or something like that, and just took it to his skin.
And so what happened? How
I
bad
think
was
he
it?
got bitten, was really bad. He was just up and oh, it's horrible. Oh, it's throbbing. Oh, it's really bad. Oh, and he was just hopping up and down and doing this and doing that. He seemed to be really ruined his
A
day.
narcissist. Now, what's the word for people that like to give themselves pain?
Masochist.
Masochist. Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say that. Maybe just wanted to know.
Yeah.
I love my messy house. So nice. It's my mess.
Mm-hmm.
It all is my memories everywhere. And you get to make a mess too.
Yeah.
Figured out where I'm going to put everything. But the first thing that we have to do when I open it, I think I'll just, it'd be nice if I just emptied it slowly. If I just take a painting out and go hang it up. Take another painting out and go hang it up. Otherwise I'm going to have like a moving truck in the middle of the room. Or I brought home some coats, so for every coat I bring in I have to take one out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's
Like
hard.
like exchange at that moment, not like, yeah, I'll do it later.
Right.
Otherwise it won't happen.
Yeah.
And then a lot of my clothes I'm going to hang up in the camper. My mom's clothes that I got. It was so neat. I watched this video of her playing the piano today, and I have that pink blouse and that wraparound button-up blue jean skirt now. It's really neat. I rescued it all from the house. The basement is such a wonderful place. It hasn't changed in all my life, It's got all my memories. It's got everything. I should probably have gotten other stuff out because who knows all the articles I sent to my mom. I did find a lot of that stuff. But she made so many duplicates, and it was amazing how, it's kind of an archaeological dig. The deeper you go, the farther back it is.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was interesting to see, there was this copy of a Peter the Penitent, I think, something like that. There's a painting of him looking very remorseful, praying. And
You probably heard the cock crow at least 3 times.
probably heard yeah, right, yeah. Anyway, and so she had this little write-up about it, and she had photocopied it, and I found them everywhere. Like, I kept opening a box somewhere after, other boxes. I'd get to the next box, and there'd be another one of those things. They were just, I don't know how she had so many and had them so distributed throughout her years.
One day you will know.
It was so different there. I was thinking of bringing back the coat rack in the kitchen. I almost did. But I forgot about it and I left. I felt that the trailer was full. I was done. And then there was this statue of Jesus on the back porch. It's a little, a cement statue, and he's holding a lamb.
Mm-hmm.
And I lifted it up by the head, and it didn't break. It was, it was kind of heavy. And I had carried it inside, then I had put it to hold the front door closed on the outside. And then I was doing the last minute thing, and I looked at it, and I picked it up, and I went to the trailer, and there was a sweater, and I put the sweater over it, and I laid it down, and I brought it home.
Cool. Did you have any trouble at the border coming back?
Not a bit, not one bit. I said, before she asked me how much it was worth, I said, I said, she said, where are you coming back from? And I said, Georgia. And she said, and what's all this?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, my mom and my dad and my brother have all died now, and so I was just bringing back a lot of memorabilia, a bunch of memorabilia, and I have no idea how much it's worth, and I keep thinking about that, and if it was all going to be sold at a garage sale, and so, I don't know, garage sales as cheap as people can pay for it is what it's worth, so I really have no idea what it's worth, but I'm imagining it's under $500. I'm hoping it's under $500 because I've been out of the country for a week, so it's my allowance, I think. And she said, and are you bringing liquor and cigarettes? And I said, nope. And she said, okay. And away I went.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! I lay awake worrying about that, you know, wondering if what I was gonna say, how much it was gonna be.
Yeah, you be upfront, you know, and and you know, and they can tell. They can tell that you're not making things up, or that you're not that you're you know, that you're genuine. And I got back with you and Scarlett, and he said, "What's the value of the goods you bring back?" And I said, "I don't know, because there's pair of second-hand hearing aids, and it got what's another item? Oh yeah, it's wooden stool." And she didn't. That was the guy, I think. He didn't go any further on that.
He's probably too young to know how expensive hearing aids are.
Really so, but second-hand, you know, like
Yeah.
they were good as new, but they were second-hand.
Yeah,
I didn't tell them they were good as new, but
they were new, but nobody had ever worn them, so they were secondhand. Well, I guess,
They're not new,
yeah,
but they've
somebody
been
had
bought.
been used to, what?
yeah, they had been bought from a store, so they're no longer new, right?
Oh,
They're
right,
second-hand. They're second-hand. Somebody bought them from the store, and now we taking them.
okay,
We didn't take it. We didn't buy them from the store, so it's second-hand.
oh, okay.
Yeah. If he had asked, maybe I could have said they were as good as new, but I didn't think I needed to volunteer that.
I don't think they care, because you're right, it's secondhand and it's hearing aids, and who worries
Like
about
if you
something
try
like
to
that?
sell them
They'd be
for starters,
useless,
there's
that's
no
why
warranty.
people have them sitting around.
Yeah.
I never did find my mom's. I think I brought them home on that first trip, but I have no idea where they are. They were brand new, we had just bought them. They were good ones. Anyway, that would be neat if we could both hear each other.
Yeah. And we don't have to telecommunicate, whatever telepathic communication. Oops. I'm glad we can laugh about this, rather than being annoyed and upset.
Oh, yeah, it's not my fault I can't hear. It's not your fault you can't hear.
Right.
I used to get in trouble for not listening, and people thought I wasn't listening. I probably wasn't listening, but then they found that I couldn't hear. But if we look at each other, can you hear if you're lip reading? Can you, like, if you're looking at me, can you always tell what I'm talking about?
Not from your lips alone, I think. It might
No, but
help-
from just looking at me.
It might help me a little bit, yeah.
It helps me immensely to see
Yeah.
somebody's face. They don't have, they can be really, as long as there's the tiniest bit of volume, if I can see their face, I know what they're saying. But if it's absolutely silent, it's not, I'm not sure. Sometimes I can
Mhm.
tell a little bit, but not much. But when you try and tell me something silently and you mouth it and you say, like, that's totally not what those words look like usually, so it's like French. Have you eaten?
I had chicken tenders. I ordered 2, and the guy said, "You mind if I just give you a whole bunch of little ones?" So he gave me a whole bunch of little ones that I'm sure it amounted more than 2, more like 3. But I didn't object. It was good. Then I brought these healthy stuff.
Oh,
Then
that
I-
stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I got one of those containers of spinach, those $5 containers, you know, spinach leaves in Georgia.
Oh yeah.
And I would take a handful of them and wipe them in my hummus and then eat it. You know, I would roll it up a bit in my hand and then I would
Mhm.
dip it and I would eat it. And I finished that whole container of spinach in 2 days. That was really cool.
Ate your green poo?
I know. It's too recent. We don't know yet.
Okay.
I had
Let's
such a
talk-
nice.
Talking about rolling things up,
Mhm.
I saw a very interesting video about how you make a fire when the ground is soaking wet after a rainstorm. And you start with the little twigs, pencil size, from pencil size to about finger size to about thumb size, and you put them in a V, like this, and then if there's any wind, that would be the wind direction into the V, and then you can put some on top. And you also have to have 3 rolls of duct tape, about about 1.5 feet long,
To make a fire?
to roll them up, and you put them in a triangle, and then you light them.
Duct tape?
Duct tape.
PCBs for dinner, dear?
It's not a fire to cook food on, just a fire to stay warm in the rain.
Oh, I see, okay.
Uh,
Emergency.
Yeah, well, yeah, to prevent, what you want, dehydration or what, hypothermia, I guess.
Hypothermia.
And that duct tape stays on for a long time, long enough to dry those little pencil tape type things and start burning them. And you just keep adding them, keep adding stuff, you know. It'll dry at first, then it'll start burning. You can add some more, and then you can every once in a while add a larger piece, and then you create a nice bed of coals. And even if it starts raining, then you still have the coals, and it's very easy to either keep the fire going or start it again. Anyway, so that was quite interesting.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking, what if you if you got some dead sticks, which are soaked,
Mm-hmm.
and then you peeled the bark off of them, then you'd have a dry dead stick in the middle.
Yeah, he did say, you know, inside is dry, but
He
didn't-
said that too.
Yeah, but he didn't say to peel them. He just he did cut them. He did cut them in about 18 foot or 18 inches length or something like that. So
Well, the
you-
more pieces you broke it into, the more dry surface would be there.
True.
I
but-
think
but-
I like
but
the
you al-
idea
but
of
you also
peeling it.
have, But you also need to have this barrier, you know, the substance.
But something so it's not right on the wet ground.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's something to put.
I've built fires on the snow, you know.
Yeah.
They're perfect. They're wonderful. You may end up with a bit of a dip, but it doesn't like melt all the way down or something because the heat rises.
Right. Yeah. Just
So you could theoretically hold the fire in your hand and not get burned. Theoretically. That would be theoretical science.
So I guess I will help you do things with the stuff that's now in the trailer. I guess we need to empty the trailer so that you can take it back.
Well, you know, I have all these parts for 2 porch swings that are in there. That's probably one of the first things that'll come out. Well, first there's going to be paintings,
Okay.
and my statue of the Savior, which I think I'd like to put on the deck right over here under my tree. You know,
Under your tree?
the
What
trees
is your tree?
the trees I planted that are now beautiful forests beside the deck.
Okay.
I'd like to put it on the deck beside that.
Okay, that's fine.
Where I'm going to put the creche, which I have to get out of underneath the thing. When is Christmas? Wednesday?
Tuesday, I think. Wait a minute.
Tuesday? No, I think it's Wednesday.
Maybe it's Wednesday. The 21st is this? No, the 20.
What's
Second.
today? What's today?
Friday. It's Friday.
Oh yeah, there's Friday the 13th. So 13 plus 7. So today's the 20th.
20th, yeah.
So tomorrow is the solstice. So after that, the days get longer.
Yay!
Okay.
20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Right, it's Wednesday.
Okay. So,
Thursday is Boxing Day, and Friday is you can go to the temple. And Elaine has arranged for so many people watching the children on Friday.
good.
I'm not sure about Saturday yet, but if worse comes to worse, we can just try it back Friday night.
Why does she have something on Saturday?
Saturday she needs to go. She needs to do something or other.
Oh, you said she had a staff meeting.
Okay, yeah.
Is that what you said?
But that's this Sunday. She has a staff meeting.
Oh, so she's working on Saturday.
She's really
So
on
she's
Saturday.
probably working night. So she's probably not well, they don't even open till 11, right? So she's not, yeah, I should be working in the afternoon.
Yeah, so we have time to sleep in a little bit. I'm gonna say.
Or
If
to
you
come
get
back. We could drive home on Saturday and be back here at
But-
noon.
You could, yeah, you could do that.
Or something.
But you better not dilly-dally then. No dilly-dally.
You better not pout. Boy, you know, that trailer is filled with so much cool furniture, Willem. It's beautiful stuff. It's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
You are so skeptical.
I'm sure it's nice.
I've heard that before. Where is it going to go? We'll be fine. I'm going to make it work. Go along with it until major expenses are required. Now, what is the next? What is it? Ignore it and hope it'll go away. That's
No,
you can't do it.
Too late for that.
Express general interest but remain non-committal. No, it's too late for that too.
Yeah, you've done it.
So it's now
You've done it.
go along with it until major expenditures are required or vehemently protest. So we're really at the crunch now, aren't we? We got these two possibilities for everything that comes in this house. There was never one of accept it and go along with it. That was just never. What's wrong with this picture? I do sympathize with you, though. I do have a bit of an idea what it must be like to be with someone like me. Oh, gabapentin, a drug used in the treatment of epilepsy, is understudied for its ability to remove muscle cramps. Well, I used to use that, remember?
I still have some.
And it
Very
really
low.
messes with your memory.
Does he?
Do you use it?
No, I don't use it. You used to use it.
Yeah. Oh, we're having a live video.
Hmm?
We're having a live video. It's a good thing we haven't said anything inappropriate. Thank you for minding my P's and Q's.
Okay. I'm not sure. I don't remember what I said. I might have
No,
said
you
something
haven't.
very inappropriate.
No, you didn't. No, we're good. Oh, look. Helpful is coenzyme Q10. Lecithin, vitamin D, vitamin C, B1, B, silica, potassium. Now, potassium, needed for proper calcium and magnesium metabolism, aids in relieving muscle cramps. Well, how come mustard worked?
I don't know.
A
Dear.
squirt of mustard. Maybe because there's vinegar and salt. Because she said that pickle juice worked too.
Mm-hmm.
You remind me of my dad.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't think I knew him when he was as old as you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I hadn't been there for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Or 20. Yep. Have you heard the latest with Nancy Pelosi?
Well, the latest I remember is that she is holding back some of the articles
I
of
know.
impeachment over
I know.
until she's convinced.
And then he won't be able to say, I was impeached, but now I've been acquitted. He won't be able to say he's been acquitted.
True, but
Yes,
then
I think- Yes.
then he's not being removed either.
No, but he's not acquitted.
No, but he can still go and do all those things that he's
Yes.
done and more.
Right, but when he can say they charged me and I didn't do it, see, I was acquitted. But they can't say that. Just say I was charged. Period.
Mhm.
And blah 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 blah. She didn't give it. Blah blah blah. Right.
Mhm.
but it still won't change that. I just think that that's appropriate. And she was saying she when the founding fathers wrote about it, they could foresee a president that was corrupt, but not
The president
also
and the House leader
and the leader of the
Senate leader,
House.
yeah,
a leader of the Senate,
yeah,
and of course the Attorney General.
yeah,
You know, that's a lot all at once.
that's right.
So anyway, so I'm behind her 100%. I think she's doing great. She's my hero.
She's doing she's
I want to be
doing
Nancy
amazing.
Pelosi when I grow
It's
up.
not easy, and there's lots of pitfalls, and she
Oh my
navigated through it really well.
Yeah, and I like the way she stands up to him. She's like he can be his things. He says very hurtful, cruel things. I would not like to have him as an enemy. Look, a lobster.
Oh.
It's a sticker. Actually, it's a giant water beetle.
Yeah, it's a crab.
So should we do something? I think my back hurts. My back always hurts. Should we sit and watch TV?
You good? Yeah, let's do it.
Should we eat?
Okay.
Did you eat? You ate
I
something.
ate those.
And what did you buy?
I bought the cucumbers and tomatoes and mushrooms and hummus.
Do you want some?
I want a little bit of it, yeah.
Okay.
That you can after it.
Okay, that's fine.
I brought lots
Sure.
actually. We
Oh,
probably
could we
bought
have,
a lot.
let's have potatoes. Should I microwave them? Do you want a potato?
Okay.
One or two? Two is fine.
Yeah, two.
Here, give me a hand. Oh wait, that won't work. I did it. They teach you this stuff in yoga. Look at you all crumpled over. You're being an old man. I think I have to sit down.
Okay.
Will you put the potatoes in?
Well,
Bring and then bring the tomatoes and mushrooms and hummus. You like how that worked out, eh?
it was amazed that you hadn't asked me earlier. I thought, oh, all right.
You were in luck. Where did I
Good
put that
move.
clicker? I put it somewhere that it shouldn't have been.
Well, let's get it. Let's turn the video off.
All right.
Okay, so
Oh, here, I found it. Well, hello there. Hey, got a thumbs ups, you know. So I guess you're gone. I hope you've enjoyed our hanging out. It's been fun. See you around. You can do this at home. Results may differ.